you can be told what room she's being kept in. It's in Queens College, the Queens College Hospital.
I go there and I go to her room. And if anyone tries to stop me, they don't.
Okay.
All right then.
And that's when you find Sue in the corner of the room, and you come in, and the Lady Elerina is sitting down at this point in the. Now, what position did you choose? Did you sit next to her? Did you have a bed that was put?
Last time?
I was laying down next to her.
You were laying down?
Yeah, last
okay,
time
so it's two
So
beds.
basically, when I came back out of it, I simply stayed in the same bed right next to her to sleep. And then now I've gotten up and am preparing to go back in, basically.
So she's getting, you walk in like, oh, there's...
She's like eating something and getting some water or whatever, and she's just going to go.
My first time in this room, she walks over to Theraline and holds her hand and hello.
There is a pallor to her that is, she does not look well.
Yeah. Understandable. Hello. Elder Hospital. Which one is it?
She is the Elder Hospital.
Yes. Hello, Elder Hospital. My name is Mary. Caroline is my mage support and my friend. What's happening to her?
I'm preparing to go back in to try to help her.
Is there anything that I can do to help her?
I sit with her.
Okay. I don't have a lot of. Do you need any power or anything? Or?
No, child.
Okay, that's fair. I feel really out of depth here.
I am trying to conserve my energy in order to go and help her. You may sit next to her and be her friend.
Okay, I'm gonna do that. She holds her hand and sits there as she is told. I had a lot of courage and now I do not.
And then the FedEx-man said, no, I will not. Okay.
Oh,
Yeah, I don't know what to do.
You've had to be very strong the last few days.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah.
You lay down, and your songs mesh. You've already done it before. This is going back in. The first thing that you note is that a lot of time has passed. But as is the want of these things, you know this isn't a dream, you're stepping into memories. And the result is that even though in the time between you exiting and you coming in, a lot of time has passed, and same when all of a sudden, boom, it's the memory. You've stepped into the memories, you're there. You've been in this situation. Your best guess is 8 months. You're dressed. Your feet are shod. You're in the woods, outside of the house. You're hunting. It started at first where the shadows started letting you out for short times, but kept extending. There's always the requirement that you have to come back by a given time. Tonight you must be back by sunrise. You must be back by sunrise. If you are not back by sunrise, the shadow grows bored of you and torments your mother and father. You've started hunting rabbits, but it would send you out at nighttime, and rabbits are in their dens. Also,
What's out at night?
deer.
Find out. Deer?
Deer.
So I'm now trying to hunt deer.
Yes. And you've learned from the voice that the shadow can be you can do things that pleases the shadow enough that it will give you more leash. And just getting out of the house, getting out of the claustrophobic situation is worth it. And so you've slowly but surely learned to hunt and to break the songs of larger and larger animals. And tonight you hunt a deer. It's to do that, it's about learning to sense, to feel out where the living creatures are. Because you can't if you make a lot of noise, obviously they'll just leave. So you have to find out where the creatures are and learn to navigate silently as you can to the point that you can lay hands on them. And the night is cool. It is late summer. And as the night wears on, you find a deer, a doe, and you track her. You get close enough, and at the critical moment, you are able to close the distance, lay your hand on her, and break her song. You have cord that you're able to tie her up and drag her. But your path has gone wide for this day, because the animals are learning to stay farther and farther away. And you're making fine time. When you come to a rise and you realize that you are looking down into the vale where the village is nearby. And it's about 4 in the morning. And the cows need to be milked. And you see lights coming on. The villagers beginning to go about their lives. And it awakens in you an immense sense of loneliness. Just there, just out of reach, is normalcy and life and families and love. And it catches you. You don't know how much time goes by, but there's a point where you snap out of it. You grab the doe and start heading back as quickly as you can. And as you head back, you suddenly realize that you're not alone. That not far off, you sense another song. And this song is human. And you drop the doe and try to determine, is it hunting you? What's going on? And you see that it's a man, a huntsman, who is hunting himself. And is finding it somewhat difficult to
Find anything?
But it occurs to you at that point, this is the first person you've encountered outside of the house. 8 months. You could ask for help.
They wouldn't be able to help.
The first person you've talked to in 8 months. You haven't talked to the first person you've seen, and he probably couldn't help directly. But he could warn people, he could call for someone that might be able to help. There are mages, there are hospitallers, there are pallet knights out in the world. And you're 10 years old.
Mm-hmm. I know, I'm struggling with being not 10 and going, this is a trap, this is a trap, this is a trap. But being 10 and trying to figure out what she would actually do. So she moves closer.
He is, from everything that you can sense about him, you are dealing with a talentless, skilled hunter, just a huntsman, just a guy, but someone who is a free agent. Someone not under the sway of the shadow. Someone that could help. If by nothing else, telling someone.
She goes up to him.
And that is, he is surprised. He was expecting deer. He was expecting something, not a... And he asks you your name. And you tell him Theraline. And he asks, where's your family? It's the middle of the night. And what do you tell him? I ask both of you, what do you tell him?
They're in the house.
Shouldn't you be at home?
Yes.
Are you okay? He looks beyond you and he sees the doe that you've caught.
No.
What's wrong?
There's a thing.
What?
There's a thing.
Where?
In the house.
Is your family okay? Do you need help?
Yes. Please. Help.
You tell him where your house is?
Points whatever direction it is.
Okay. And he turns to go. Should you come with me?
I think at this point she would look at the horizon and
The sky is graying. Twilight is we are going from night to twilight to the sun is going to be rising very, very soon. Your clock is ticking on being back.
she runs and hopes she follows.
Come by yourself.
You turn to run, and you see the ground beneath his feet boil black. And it rises up around him, and he cries out, and it pulls him down into the earth. You're out of time. Dragging the doe, you can feel things grabbing at your feet, slowing you, grabbing at the doe, just never quite tripping you, but slowing you as you run, as you flee. As you can almost feel the sun beginning to rise over the Theraline. You can see the daylight, the sky changing shade, coming into gray to blue. And even though the whole of the forest is in darkness, you know the day is over there and it is coming down.
You're afraid of the light. You shouldn't be afraid of the light.
You reach the house. And as you enter the clearing in front of the house, you see daylight touch the very top of the roof and begin walking down. As you reach the door, the sun peers over the edge of the horizon. And the door opens, and you are pulled with it. And the door shuts behind you. You are put back in the corner. Both of you are there. at the same time as you're huddling in the corner, you sense the presence of the shadow, and it is wroth. It is walking, it is somehow moving back and forth across the room. You can feel it just so furious. Furious, and every time it looks at you, its fury only goes greater. But it will not strike you. It will not strike you. You know it will kill you if it strikes you. So great is its fury. And you hear with fear, you can hear the fear in the voice as the voice whispers to you and says, "What happened? What happened?"
There was a man. He's just...
Did you talk to the man?
Yes, I thought he could help.
Oh, terrible. Oh, terrible. And the shadow bellows silently and drives its touch through the shell where your mother lies. And you hear and feel her song cease. And the voice is weeping. And almost you can feel, it's as though arms were around you and the voice is weeping and rocking with you. Or is it you alone in tears, weeping and rocking? It always knows. It always knows. There's no way. There's no way to escape it. If there was, I could have escaped. It always knows. You can't tell anyone. No one can help us. It's the only ones we can. Our only hope is you and me together. We're all we've got. Oh, please, please don't leave me. And in that instant, you are standing beside her. You see her curled up, all alone in that corner, rocking, weeping, and then for an instant, you see the shadow around her, holding her. And then the next instant, it's just her, all alone in the corner, rocking and weeping. And you awaken.
She wakes up crying.
From your perspective, a night has passed. For you, it was about 4 hours. And the elder hospitaler awakes weeping.
Ma'am,
No. I'm not thanking you that way. Pray, child. Wickedness is so great.
thank you both.
And you pray? dear.
Oh dear.
Oh dear.
That too.
On the upside, this will be over in one more episode.
I literally couldn't be sad for her because I was so angry as me. Did you notice?
Yes.
Well, this has been a thoroughly depressing night.
Well, I mean,
In like a fun way with friends.
If that's not the tagline of this entire experience.
this is